This is something that broke last night. Susan Sarandon dropped by talent agency after remarks at a pro-Palestine rally. So let's see some of the remarks in question. This was a video posted to TikTok of her speaking at a ceasefire demonstration.
All over the world, all over the United States, people are questioning, people are standing up, people are educating themselves, people are stepping away from brainwashing that started when they were kids. We're in an emergency situation, but it's not easy to throw off all that brainwashing, all that conditioning that's been going on for years and years. So I would say, be strong, be patient, be clear, and stand with anybody that has the courage to speak out in your office, in your school, in your homes. We need to be there for each other. This can't happen alone, and we can see how much people care and that it is in the forefront of their minds, and we can't let it leave the forefront of their minds. So happy holidays. And I hope that you make it through without any altercations if you're going home to a family that doesn't understand what's going on. But in the meantime, hold Palestine in your heart. Pray for the people of Palestine. Their love and their resilience is unbelievable. Again, thank you to the Jewish community who has come out to have our backs.
Man, she was really asking for it there. What a horrible speech. What a hate-filled speech.
Well, I think after that, she sang, she reprised her interpretation of Touch It, Touch It, Touch Me from Rocky Horror, which really got the crowd going.
Yeah.
And I think that might be why they actually dropped her.
That really shook them up. UTA lets Oscar-winning actor go after she spoke at several pro-Palestine rallies. This is from The Guardian. The Hollywood talent agency UTA has dropped Susan Sarandon as a client after she spoke at a pro-Palestine rally over the weekend, a spokesperson for the agency confirmed to Deadline. Sarandon went on to repost a pro-Palestinian message from Pink Floyd's Roger Waters. Oh, my God. I wish I had the sound drop ready for that. On X, formerly known as Twitter, Waters had been criticized over the years for alleged anti-Semitic... There you go. For alleged anti-Semitic remarks, although he has always rejected those claims, previously saying, quote, "I have spent my entire life speaking out against authoritarianism and oppression wherever I see it. When I was a child after the war, the name of Anne Frank was often spoken in our house. She became a permanent reminder of what happens when fascism is left unchecked. My parents fought the Nazis in World War II. That's something that apparently no one wants to, count as a point in his column, that his father literally died fighting the Nazis when he was a young child, when Roger Waters was a young child. My parents fought the Nazis in World War II with my father paying...
Has no one listened to The Wall?
Yeah, right, exactly. Really? With my father paying the ultimate price. Sarandon is the latest public figure to find themselves in hot water over their stance on the war, particularly in support of Palestine. Well, yeah, exclusively in support of Palestine. What pro-Israel voices have been canceled since the start of the war, have been dropped by their agents or their managers? Scream 6 star Melissa Barrera, who was lined up to play the lead in the upcoming Scream 7, was reportedly fired from the film on Tuesday by the production company Spyglass. Variety and The Hollywood Reporter spoke to anonymous sources who cited her activity on social media as being to blame, including posts on Instagram that read, "I too come from a colonized country with a Mexican flag logo. Palestine will be free." A representative for Spyglass declined to comment to Variety. Barrera has yet to respond to requests for comment. All right, this next example is a bit of an older one, but we never covered this, so I want to read this anyway, because this is another extreme example. Last month, Maha Dakil, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name, the co-head of film at Hollywood powerhouse agency Creative Artists, CAA, faced internal backlash and resigned from the agency's board after she reposted an image on Instagram that read in part, "You're currently learning who supports genocide." Dakil added the caption, "That's the line for me." She then posted a second image that read, "What's more heartbreaking than witnessing genocide? Witnessing the denial that genocide is happening." The post prompted the screenwriter Aaron Sorkin, one of Dakhel and CAA's prominent clients, to publicly denounce her words and leave the agency for rival William Morris, Endeavor Entertainment. Maha isn't an anti-Semite. She's just wrong. He is such an arrogant fucking prick. Maha is not an anti-Semite. She's just wrong. She's a great agent, and I'm very proud of the work we did together over the last 6 years, Sorkin said in a statement to Variety. Again, these statements that these guys are making, not looking too good now, and they're going to look even worse down the road. Yes, Dakhel has since deleted both images and made a public apology. I made a mistake with a repost in my Instagram story which used hurtful language. Like so many of us, I have been reeling with heartbreak. I pride myself on being on the side of humanity and peace, Dakhel said in a statement to Variety. I'm so grateful to Jewish friends and colleagues who pointed out the implications and further educated me. I immediately took the repost down. I'm sorry for the pain I've caused, she said. So they run you out of town, and then you cuck yourself to them by apologizing anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at things like that, I've mentioned this before. I have a book called "You'll Never Eat Lunch in This Town Again" by a producer, Julia Phillips, who really paints a picture of what it's like to be in the upper echelons of Hollywood. And what really drains your finances is the need to maintain appearances. She really gets into how it's very important that you be seen driving the right car because it projects success. Right. Once people smell that you're not successful, it's a spiral, right? It'll snowball. You don't get that next project. So you have to show that you're doing very well. You have to always project success. That's the only explanation I can find for why somebody in her position doesn't have fuck you money.
Right.
Like, why can't you just be like, well, fuck you then?
Yeah, fuck you then.
What do you need it for?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't saved millions of dollars? You're at that level at CAA. You don't have millions of dollars. That's
you can't open up your own shop. A lot of these people go into business for themselves once they leave an organization. Not necessarily show business. They can open up a consulting firm, a fundraising firm, whatever. Like, there's stuff they could do. They have capital to start their own shop. They have contacts to start their own shop. This just really goes a long way in perpetuating all kinds of negative stereotypes about Jews and Hollywood.
Yes.
And as Jews ourselves, we have to say that for YouTube, as Jews ourselves, this is really not a good look for our people. For our people, once again, we're not making anti-Semitic comments. We are Semitic ourselves. We're Jews ourselves. This is not a good look, running people out of town for saying, hey, who supports genocide and who doesn't?
Right. Right. Well, we were talking about this offline. I really want to use our platform to try to start a petition against the censors, against the boycotts. Okay, who is doing this? Who is trying to shut down this conversation? Jerry Seinfeld, Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman, Sacha Baron Cohen. Now, you pointed out, well, they're not doing much. So much the better. It'll be very easy to drive them out of the business with a boycott. Deborah Messing, let's boycott all of them.
Scream 7 should be boycotted.
Scream.
I'm not joking.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Let's. I mean, maybe we'll need to focus it. I mean, Scream 7, actually, or is it 6? Is it 6 or 7?
No, she was, I guess, the final girl in 6, and they were going to bring her back for 7.
They were going to bring her back for 7. So, yeah, boycott that movie. We need to send a message, in the words of one of your favorite film characters, this aggression will not stand, man.
Yes. Yes.
This aggression will not stand. No, really. There are more of us than there are of them. And they need to know that if you're going to make people who stand up against genocide pay a price, well, you're going to pay a price. And Hollywood is not in any position to withstand any more backlash than it has already engendered with its shit products over the last decade.
Please clap.